Welcome back to Wisdom with the Wise Counselor podcast. I'm your host, the Wise Counselor, also known by my birth name, which is simply Lateef. This podcast is all about building your emotional resiliency, thinking about wellness and mental health, reclaiming your authority, and learning how to live your life on purpose in purpose. Listen, family, this episode today is just simply called Stay in Your Lane. Oh, I know you heard that before. Stay in your lane. Family, let's talk about it. Do you ever feel off? Like you're walking through your day and something just doesn't feel right? You're anxious and edgy and maybe drained and feeling disconnected, and you can't even pinpoint the root cause of why you're feeling the way you are? Let me offer you a perspective. You might be emotionally exhausted because you keep making other people's business your business. Woo! Did you hear me? You might be emotionally exhausted because you keep making other people's business your business. Let that land and sit with you for a second. You're up at night stressing over decisions that are not even yours to make. You're praying, you're pleading, and you're planning for people who didn't ask or might not even need or want your help. Oh, come on now. And while your heart might be in the right place, let's be real, your boundaries are not. You're simply too nosy. And no, I don't mean that petty gossip kind of nosy. I'm talking about that let me carry your weight for you kind of nosy. That if I don't get involved type of nosy, they'll fall apart or it will fall apart. That kind of nosy. Come on. That I've made it my life's mission to be an unpaid therapist, a fixer, a crisis manager for everybody around me kind of nosy. I know this might sting you a little bit, but here is the truth. That is not your lane. We've heard it for years. Stay in your lane. But have we really taken that seriously? There's a deep-rooted issue in people who are wired to care. I'm talking about the helpers, the healers, the ones who see pain and immediately start building a bridge and want to try to help people get out of their misery in an instant. But if you don't have clear guardrails, did you hear me? I said, if you don't have clear guardrails, clear intentions, and a clear exit strategy, helping often turns into enabling. Support turns into self-sacrifice. And before you know it, you've lost sight of your own peace, your own dreams, and your own needs. Let me remind you of this, and this is not to cut you down, but it's to be realistic. You are not a savior. You're not the hero in everybody's story. You are a support when asked and when appropriate and when healthy. Let me say that again. You are not a savior. You are not a hero. You are a support when asked, when appropriate, and when healthy. You've got to learn how to help without getting overly committed, love without losing yourself, and support without suffocating your own soul. Because if you keep jumping into every fire that doesn't belong to you, eventually, baby, your flame is going to burn out. And we've talked about burnout before. Baby, let me remind you, ashes don't help anybody. So some of us feel needed when we're fixing things. Oh, I know that to be true. You absolutely feel like you are needed because you're fixing things, right? Some of us feel validated when we are asked for our advice. And some of us don't know how to sit with our own lives, so we get busy in other people's lives. Come on. When you don't have a lot going on, or when you don't want to face your truth, it's very easy to implement yourself in the business of other people. But I need you to think about this. Did they ask you for help? Is it appropriate to offer help? And is it healthy for not only you, but also that other person for you to be helping. Because often we get ourselves involved in spaces where we're actually creating more of a mess and chaos, and we think we're helping, but we're just simply enabling. And we are building self-helplessness skills. Because the reality is, you got two eyes, you got two hands, you got 2 feet. You can do exactly what I can do. So why would I carry that burden all of the time when I know you are well able and mentally able to carry the burden and walk your walk in your own life? I'm just being real today, family. Here is the challenge that I want you to think about today. Are you helping people out of love, or are you helping because you don't know who you are without something to fix? That's good. Are you helping people out of love, or are you simply infusing yourself because you don't know who you are without something to fix? I want you to sit with that for a second, because when we stay in our lane, that's where peace lies. When you stay in your lane, that's where your peace lies. That's where your clarity returns. That's where your joy is restored. The moment that you release what ain't yours to carry, I guarantee you will free up your hands to finally receive what is yours. I'm not saying your calling isn't to help people. I'm not saying that your ministry isn't to help people, but we got to have guardrails on that, because that will consume our lives and our time, and you will be left with nothing but ashes. So here's some post-podcast homework I want you to think about. Ask yourself, number 1, who in my life am I trying to help, but is it costing me my peace? Number 2, I want you to reflect on this. What boundaries need to be put into place so that I can support others without self-abandoning? And your last post-podcast homework assignment, do this. For the next 7 days, catch yourself before you give advice. Ask, is this really my role, or am I stepping out of my lane? Is it really my role, or am I stepping out of my lane? Family, that's what I have for today. I hope that our conversations do not go in one ear and just come in one ear and out the other. You know what I'm saying? I want you to really reflect. I want you to identify, what are you going to use and do with this information and our time that we've had together today? I need you to do this. Put something into practice. Put something into practice. Put something into practice. Don't get overwhelmed with everything that you may have heard, but what is one reasonable, micro level baby step that you can put into place today? Remember, there is no time like the present moment to reclaim yourself and to take care of yourself. I want you to dive deeper into your purpose, and baby, that means that you've got to work. That means that it's clear that you might have to make some shifts. And you know what? That's okay, because we know that life be lifing, and that's the beauty of life. Let me remind you that great things do not happen overnight. So take your time, be easy with yourself, and take moments to pause. At the end of the day, baby, I want you to remember this. You are the only one who is in control of your thoughts, your actions, and your reactions to what life throws your way. As always, know that I love you. I am the wise counselor. I believe in you, and I have absolutely no doubt that you've got this. Be well.